We have already solved example 8.4. Let us see example 8.5. Calculate the electric and magnetic fields produced by the radiation coming from a 100-watt bulb at a distance of 3 meter. So we have an electric bulb and this bulb is 100-watt bulb and it is kept at a distance of 3 meter. So we need to calculate the electric and magnetic fields. Assume that the efficiency of the bulb is 2.5% and it is a point source. So these are simplification, that there is a point source, this bulb is point source, and we have to tell what is the electric and magnetic fields 3 meter far from this bulb is 100 watt but efficiency is only 2.5%. So meaning of this 2.5% means that it is consuming 100 watt. It is consuming 100 watt but only 2.5% of that means 2.5 watt is converted into light. This is light. Rest is converted into heat. Rest is heat. 97.5 watt is heat. Only 2.5% is converted into light. So old electric bulbs were very inefficient and consumed a large amount of electricity just to produce a very limited amount of lights. That's why nowadays we have started using LED bulbs which are more efficient and produces same amount of light with 9 watt or 7 watt. So let us do the solution. The bulb as a point source. So we have assumed this bulb is a point source. So there is this point source. Radiates lights in all direction uniformly. So we know if this is a point source, so it will emit light in all the directions. So this will be a sphere. This surface will be a sphere. And we need this sphere to be 3 meter. So radius of this sphere is 3 meter. So this point source is radiating in all direction and this radius of this sphere is 3 meter. The surface area of the surrounding sphere. So what is the surface area? We know surface area is 4 pi r square. So this is the surface area. So let us put all the value. 4 pi and radius is 3. So the surface area of this bulb is of this sphere is 113 meter square. So this is the surface area. So this bulb is radiating in all these surface. This is the total surface 3 meter far in which bulb is radiating. Now the intensity at this distance. Now first we have to calculate the intensity. So intensity is nothing but power upon area. That means how much power is absorbed by unit area. How much power is absorbed by unit area, that is called intensity. And as you can see, what is the unit? Power is in watt and area is in meter square. So watt per meter square, that is intensity. How much power is absorbed or how much power falls on unit area. So this is our intensity. So let us calculate. So bulb power is 100 watt but its efficiency is only 2.5%. That means only 2.5 watt of that 100 watt is converting into light. And what is area? Area we have calculated 113 meter square. So let us divide this. 113 meter square. So when we calculate, what we get? We get this intensity of 0.2022 watt per meter square. That means when we are 3 meter far from this bulb, only 0.022 watt is falling on 1 meter square. That is the meaning of intensity. When we are 3 meter far, only 0.022 watt is falling on 1 meter square area. Half of is, so this is the total intensity. This is the total intensity at 3 meter. Now we know for electric and magnetic field, half of the intensity is electric field and half is the magnetic field. So we are assuming both are equally distributed. Half is electric field or electrical energy and half is magnetic field. Half is in this. So half of this intensity is in electric field and half of this intensity is in magnetic field. Now let us put our value. So a half of this intensity is equal to half epsilon 0 E RMS square of C. This is the formula when we convert this intensity into electrical energy or electric field. So this is the relation. So half, and this value we have calculated 0.022 watt per meter square. So this is our half of the intensity. So solving these equations, half and half gets cancelled out. So ERMS that we have to calculate, that means what is the RMS electric field, root mean square electric field. So this is some kind of average field. RMS field is nothing but this C is in denominator and epsilon 0 is also in denominator. So we get I upon epsilon 0 C and under root of this quantity. So this is our RMS electric field. So ERMS is equal to value of I is 0.022 watt per meter square. And what is the value of this epsilon naught? 8.85 into 10 to power minus 12. And what is C? C is 3 into 10 to power 8. So this is electric field and unit of electric field is volt per meter. So when we solve this, what we get? We get an electric field of 2.9 volt per meter. The value of E found above is the root mean square value of the electric field. So this is RMS value. Since the electric field in light beam is sinusoidal, the peak electric field, so we already have learned this in the chapter alternating current, that if we want to calculate something peak, so we simply multiply the RMS value with under root 2. So then we get the peak value. So this ERMS root mean square electric field is 2.9 volt per meter. So electric field is root 2 times of this. So when we multiply, what we get? 4.07 volt per meter. This is the maximum value. Of the electric field associated with this bulb at distance of 3 meter. Thus you see that the electric field strength of light that you use for reading is fairly large. So this electric field is very large. This is not very small. Compare it with the electric field strength of TV or FM waves, which is of the order of few microvolts per meter. So visible light has an electric field of 4.07 volt per meter. Visible light, even when we are considering only 2.5% efficiency. So this is very high, but for if we see the same for TV and radio, that is few microvolts. Let us say that is 10 microvolt per meter. So this is at least 10 to the power 5 times smaller. Or we can say visible light has an electric field which is 10 to the power 5 times, almost 10 to the power 5 times larger than the TV or radio waves. Now let us calculate what is the strength of the magnetic field. So RMS value of this magnetic field is ERMS upon C. This formula also we know. So this is 2.9 divided by C, 3 into 10 to power 8. So our magnetic field is 9.6 into 10 to power minus 9 Tesla. So here we can see that magnetic field is quite weak. Magnetic field is not very large. It is power minus 9 Tesla. Again, since the field in the light beam is sinusoidal, so this also sinusoidal. So electric field is sinusoidal and magnetic field is also sinusoidal. Only the direction is different. Both are sinusoidal. So we have to calculate the peak. And again, the relation between peak and normal, peak B0 is nothing but under root 2 into this RMS value. This is the peak value. So B0 is equal to under root 2 B RMS. So let us multiply this number with under root 2, 9.6 into 10 to power minus 9. So when we multiply with under root 2, we get 1.4 into 10 to power minus 8 Tesla. Again it is very small. Note that although the energy in the magnetic field is equal to the energy in the electric field, the magnetic field strength is evidently very weak. So we know that energy in both these fields are equal. Initially we assume that half of the energy, half of this intensity or half of the energy is in electric field and half of this energy in the magnetic field. But what we saw, this electric field is very high for the same energy or same intensity, but this magnetic field is very low for the same intensity. So magnetic fields generally provide very less energy in comparison to electric fields.